Hi, today me and my group mate will going to make a video of explanation, purpose, method of installation or anything else for cementitious spray coating as a method of protection for steel connection. I would like to introduce method used in protection of connections in steel construction. Conventional spray coating in buildings. Steel connections are the joint where beams and column or other steel parts meet. These connections are very important because they carry the structural weight and must be strong over time. However, these parts are also exposed to moisture, chemicals or air which can cause corrosion or rust if not protected. If this weakens the structure, it will lead to expensive repairs or maintenance. To avoid that, engineers apply cremation coating spray. This method uses a special metallic spray, usually made of zinc and aluminum, to cover the steel structure. It forms a protective layer that blocks rust and even corrosion first to protect the steel underneath. It is called sacrificial protection. In the next part, I will explain the purpose of using this coating and why it's important for long-term building safety. I'm going to explain the purpose of cremation spray coating as a protection for steel connection. First is to prevent rust and corrosion. Steel can easily rust when exposed to moisture or chemicals. This coating forms a protective barrier to stop air and water from reaching the steel surface. Second is to improve durability. With the coating and the steel joint lasts longer, stay strong even in harsh environmental areas like coastal or industry areas. Third is to reduce maintenance costs. Since the coating protects the steel, we doesn't have to keep repairing or replacing corroded parts. This saves time and money. Fourth is to ensure structural safety. Steel connections are critical to the building strength. By protecting them, we maintain the safety and stability of the entire structure. Fifth is to improve aesthetic appearance. The coating gives a clean and smooth finish to the steel structure, which looks more professional and protects at the same time. And this purpose shows why cremation spray coating is widely used in the construction industry, especially for protecting important steel joints. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NURUL. We're moving on to the method of installation for cementitious spray coating for building steel connection protection. There are 4 steps for cementitious spray coating, and the first step is surface preparation. The steel surface must be prepared where it must be clean, dry and free from any rust, oil and grease or existing coatings. Also, the non-structural components must be masked off and need to be covered since it should not be coated. The next step is mixing the material. Gypsum or Portland cement base is usually used for coating. It comes as a dry and pre-blended mix. So by using a mechanical mixer, add a specific amount of water and continuously mix the material. The goal is to achieve a lumpy, slurry texture like a thick milkshake. If it is over-mixed, it can affect the material properties and workability. For the third step is application. Now, for the application, the cementitious spray coating for steel building connection is typically applied using a hose or a pump system or a pressure spray machine with the material of a wet sprayed or dry sprayed in a uniform layer. Using a steady sweeping motion, apply multiple passes as needed to build up the required thickness, which is determined by the fire rating specifications. Use a wet film guard to regularly check the thickness of the coating and ensure it meets the project requirements. A consistent and even application of the coating is essential for achieving the desired fire resistance and preventing inconsistencies in coverage. For the last step is finishing and curing. After achieving the correct thickness of the coating, it can be troweled for smoother finishes, but usually we just leave it with the texture of bubbly or like cloud on the steel surface. The important part is curing, where it must be allowed to dry naturally. The newly coated surfaces must be protected from the rain, from the direct sunlight and freezing temperatures for at least 24 hours. Proper curing is essential for the coating to achieve the full fire resistive properties. And that's all for the method of application for cementitious spray coating for steel building connections.
Assalamualaikum, my name is HARRAZ and today I'm going to explain the advantages of using cementitious spray coating. First, the most important benefit is fire resistant. Steel loses strength quickly in high temperature, especially at connection point where beams and column join. Cementitious spray from an insulating barrier that slow down heat transfer. This helps the structure stay stable longer during a fire, which can save lives and reduce damage. Next, some cementitious coating are designed to resist moisture. This helps protect steel from rust and corrosion, especially in damp area like basement or parking garages. It's an added layer of protection that extends the lifespan of the structure. Another advantage is durability. Once the coating hardens, it's become tough, protective shell that doesn't crack or chip easily. It can last for many years with very little maintenance. Next, easy to apply on complex shapes. Steel connection often have awkward shapes that hard to reach, but cementitious coating is applied using a spray, so it can cover every surface evenly, even in tight or hidden areas. And finally, it's provide sound insulation. The thick, dense coating can help absorb noise, making it useful in building where noise control is important, like office, apartment, or public facility. So to summarize, cementitious spray coating offer fire protection, corrosion resistant, long-term durability, easy to application, and even noise control. It's a strong all-around choice for protecting steel connection in buildings. Thank you.
Next, we go to the disadvantages of cementitious spray coating for the building steel connections. First, the thickness needs to be thick. Cementitious coating need to be applied in a very thick layer to achieve the desired fire resistance, which will increases the material used and can slow down the application process. In other words, you have to apply a very thick layer of coating to make it work well, which will take more time and more material you need to use. Second, the coatings are heavyweight because the cementitious coating are much heavier compared to the other coatings, which adds more weight to the building. That means that the structure might need to be made stronger to handle it. Third, it is a poor water resistant because the cementitious coatings can absorb moisture, which if it is a not proper sealing, they can easily affected by the water, so it can cause to the damage, and if water gets in, the steel underneath might start to rust. Next, the cementitious coatings doesn't look nice or aesthetic limitations. As you can see in the picture, the coating has a rough surface and doesn't look smooth or pretty. It is not good for places where the steel is visible and appearance matters. Last but not least, it takes a longer time to dry and cure because the cementitious coatings usually takes more time to dry and become fully hard, so especially in wet or cold weather. So this means that it will take a more time to the construction process complete or can slow down the construction work. In conclusion, the cementitious coatings is effective in certain situations, but due to its limitations, it should be considered in choosing the best protection method for steel structures. That's all from us. Thank you.